Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you how I prepare spinach the African way. So this is the spinach. So the ingredients you're gonna need for this recipe, you have the frozen spinach. It just says chopped spinach and it's frozen. So I'm gonna be using 2 packs of this. So this is how the frozen spinach looks like inside. It's frozen. You can see it's a chopped spinach. So the rest of the ingredients you're gonna need is, so you need I'm gonna use 2 packs of the frozen spinach. I'm gonna need a vegetable oil. You can use any vegetable oil. I'm not gonna use everything, probably like 1 cup for the oil, some salt for taste. This is the salt I use, and then some Maggi cubes, just like salt. Maggi cubes is same like salt, but in a different form. And then I'm gonna need a red onion and a yellow onion, and then 5 tomatoes, then garlic. This is garlic, and then ginger, and then 2 hot pepper. This is optional. If you don't eat pepper, you don't have to. So this is like the hot pepper because I like it hot and spicy. And yeah, so some people use so these are the ingredients. Some people they add like dry crayfish or fish or any meat. You can add any meat, but I'm just gonna do a plain one today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slice my tomatoes and onions, and then I'm gonna blend these 3 together. Then I'll show you guys how I mix it up. Keep watching. Okay guys, so I put in some water. Then I'm gonna pour in the spinach, the frozen spinach. So let it sit and defrost in water. Then I'll squeeze it out when it's defrost. As you can see, and let it sit in water. And I'll kind of like rinse it off with two times. So I'll squeeze it like so. Squeeze, get the water out like so. So I did chop or slice my tomatoes, and then the onion, the yellow one and the red one, and then I did blend my garlic and ginger with the hot pepper. Then this one is optional. If you eat seafood, you can add this. This is crayfish. If you don't eat seafood, you don't have to. This is dry crayfish. But if you don't eat seafood, you don't have to add this. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and fry the tomatoes and the onion in the pot. So what I do is I'm gonna put on the gas is on, and then I check the pot to make sure it's warm. When the pot is warm enough, just the amount you want, not too much, like that, like so. I don't know, I use like, as you can see, I use like almost I'll say 1/4 of the butter, which is alright. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add you can add like a teaspoon of salt, and then I put the fire is on high. So while let the oil warm a little bit, then you can add your onion. I'm gonna let it fry for like, I would say like let it fry for like 5 minutes. And then we're gonna add the, when it's fried for like 5 minutes, we're gonna add the tomato. Like strain the water out, like drain it. Make sure you drain, make sure you press it so most of the water can come out, something like that. Like strain it, make sure it's quiet. I mean, it should have a consistency of not completely dry, but it should be like so, because you don't want too much water in there. It's been frying for like I would say 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add my tomatoes and let it fry for another, I would say the tomatoes takes longer a little bit, so I'll let it fry for about 15 more minutes. Alright guys, so the tomatoes has been frying for about 15 minutes, and it looks like so. So this is just hot pepper, optional for those who like it spicy. So I'll just keep stirring the tomatoes until it's like I would say like until it's almost like the water is almost dry. So just keep stirring your tomatoes. Let it cook. I would say like let it cook for 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. But occasionally stir it, if not it's gonna get burned at the bottom. So at this point I'm gonna add the garlic and ginger and stir. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more for like I'll say 10 more minutes. And let it cook for 10 more minutes. And here is the crayfish. This is seafood. It's dry crayfish, but you don't have to put it. At this point you can put dry crayfish, or you can put your boiled chicken or your boiled fish, or any protein that you want to put in the spinach. You can put it at this point. Any boiled protein, spinach. It could be fish, chicken, or meat, anyone. So at this point I'm just gonna use the crayfish for mine. I'm not gonna use meat. You can use anyone if you want, but you can put it at this point. The crayfish is optional, so you can just make it without the crayfish if you don't eat seafood. And so I'm going to let it fry for about 10 more minutes. And at this point I can add my Maggi cube for taste. And I will test to make sure the salt is just right. You can taste to make sure the salt is okay too. So add the cubes. And stir. spinach is nice and rinsed, and the spinach, so I did rinse the spinach and squeeze it. As you can see, it should be like so, like, I mean, it's not completely dry, but it should be look something like that. I rinsed it twice and I squeezed it. So I'm going to add it to the pot in 5 minutes. So, but before I add the spinach, usually I will add some salt in the spinach. Make sure the salt doesn't get over it, because you know you already added salt in the tomatoes. So I'm going to add a little bit more salt here, about a teaspoon, I would say. About a teaspoon of salt, not too much, a teaspoon, and then I'll just mix it up, just to let it sit and let it marinate or whatever. Not too much salt, careful with the salt. Just want to let it marinate a little bit. So I'll mix it up and let it sit for a little bit while my tomatoes is getting ready. Then I'll add it to the tomato. As soon as the tomato is well cooked, make sure you stir the tomatoes very often. If not, it's gonna burn. Or you can reduce the fire. So the tomato should be this consistency. Then you can add your spinach. So I'm gonna add the spinach to the tomatoes, like so, and stir. I'm just gonna let it cook for 10 more minutes, and that's it, guys. I let it cook for 10 more minutes while I stir it, and that's it for the spinach. Frying the spinach. It's very quick, straightforward, very tasty. After cooking this spinach for 15 more minutes, this is the final product. And it tastes good. You can taste to make sure the salt and the Maggi taste the way you want it, like the salt. Make sure it tastes just like you want it. And then this is that's your final dish. Here's your spinach, and here is fried plantain, and the pepper is just for taste, to make it tasty. It's hot pepper, so you don't really need it. Eat it with fufu corn. This is made of, it's like a nice fufu made with corn, and you can eat that with the spinach, or you can eat it with some rice. You can just boil rice and eat with the spinach. Alongside, you can add maybe fish or whichever you want. You can eat maybe fish or maybe chicken or anything that you like to add and eat with, any protein. So I'm just gonna eat my rice and my spinach. So guys, here you have it.